Yo, what's up, guys? We're here for chapter 1103 of One Piece, titled I'm So Sorry, Daddy. We'll get to that title in a second. First of all, I was not expecting this chapter to come out this early. It does seem after I read this, there's going to be a 3-week break, so that's going to be pretty rough. The other thing I wasn't expecting was to get more One Piece gifts this Christmas. Who thought? So since last recording, I actually gone to a friend's place for a gift exchange, and I ended up getting this, a nice Luffy chocolate bar, beautiful, love that, and a big gift, one that I talked about earlier. It was a law figure. I bought one myself, but there was another one that I thought was a little too expensive, but she sent me a picture of, and she ended up getting it for me. So that is a pretty insane gift. Again, thank you very much to her. This is a big boy. Those pictures that she sent really did not do this figure justice, I will be honest. So I'm going to add unpackaging him to that previous law video, which has the other guy, which I moved. He's over there. So that's going to be a fun little video to edit together, you know? Anyway. On to the actual chapter. I cannot wait. I'm so sorry, Daddy. Now, I know I teared up. I did. I'll admit. I teared up in the last chapter. It was a very touching chapter, and I'll be honest, I did actually shed tears after rereading the chapter. Told my mom about it. Once, just that happy 10th birthday line. Within like the next few days, every time I think about it, I'd like well up. So clearly, that's gonna be one of those moments. Just like there's a lot of moments. Again, I should do a tier list, but one of those moments that every time you're gonna think about it from One Piece, it's gonna hit. Anyway, we have Luffy on the Shonen Jump cover. Everyone's dressed up like some kind of dragon. This has to be a reference to something. I don't want to say anything that I'm not supposed to say. I don't want to make any assumptions. So like Year of the Dragon, maybe? Is that what this is? Because I'm seeing Momonosuke and then Frankie's hair now on this color spread being of a dragon. Maybe there's a note. Happy New Year. My resolutions are to have more barbecues and draw even more fun manga, says Oda. So it is probably the dragon year is coming up. Fantastic. So this is, of course, the last chapter of the year. I don't know if it releases before 2023. And no, I think this releases probably right after. That's why he's saying Happy New Year. But we're getting it right before the New Year. So, fantastic. Beautiful color spread. I do love it. We have Yamato. Now, is Yamato and Momo on this, like, some kind of, this is officially the whole crew type deal? Like, what are we doing? I don't know, or is it just purely to celebrate the New Year? Anyway, love it. Everyone's eating, everyone's having fun. But now on to the chapter. Ooh, oh, we're finally getting that fill-in of what happened in between Bonney touching the memory and then York getting taken down and Bonney being there. Interesting. Bonney finally knows. Bonney, you saw everything. I did. Now, I've really done it. I broke my promise to Kuma. Step. Oh, I am sorry, Vegapunk. Oh, she went into her regular form as a little girl. I'm sorry, Vegapunk. What's that? A gift? A gift Kuma left with me for your 10th birthday. From Dad? That's great. A sapphire necklace? How pretty. It looks like the sun. I'll treasure it forever. Has she been wearing that? Have we not noticed her wearing that? He said it's a protective charm. Honestly, though, it's hard to believe what that kid has become after only 2 years. So it is a sapphire necklace. She had sapphire scales. There's that connection. And then it's in the shape of the sun, Nika. But also, it's very reminiscent of those sun symbols that we've seen all throughout. You know, it's very reminiscent of the paw as well, with the circular aesthetic. Um, and I'm pretty sure that church we saw also had these like circular sun symbols. Circular sun symbols. Honestly, though, it's hard to believe what that kid has become after only 2 years. Straw Hat. Straw Hat. So, he's the son of Dad's old buddy, right? Indeed. I was stunned when you both showed up together. Fate is a strange thing. A lot has happened on Egghead while you've been in that room. The Straw Hat crew saved me just now, in fact. I'll explain everything. We can meet up with them when things have calmed down. Alright, right, because at this point, it was when, like, York had Vegapunk hostage. I remember that double spread panel. And then the next time we really see them, I think, is them with the Straw Hats and with... I don't remember when Vegapunk was found? It's been so long, I don't remember anymore. I'm sorry for everything, Bonney. Now you know how worthless I am. A mere scientist for hire, following his orders. You're wrong. The real villain, and of course, rereading last chapter, the final moment when pre-flashback, the final moment when Bonney was about to stab Saturn, we have those dialogue lines, and those dialogue lines directly are the same ones as we just saw in the last chapter from Saturn to Vegapunk about, take all of Kuma's consciousness, like, do not leave anything. So she's like, you're not the villain, the real villain, and now we're going to, and I see there's a double page spread coming up. The real villain is him. And of course, he's got her in his grasp. The present, and we're back, flashback over Egghead, New World. Jewelry Bonney, the pirate. Your father, Kuma, is truly dead. Damn it, why can't I move? Oh, Bonney! Food. Someone give me food, says Luffy. Meat! What if I could, but my body. Vegapunk's bodyguard is in custody. I repeat, we've got Sentomaru. Ototo, Sentomaru-kun. Bonney. Oh? Some change of heart happening from Kizaru after getting one shot by Luffy. Oh yeah, whoa, wow, I just saw Dragon, bro. Oh, whoa. Any word on the status of things up there? We can't confirm the situation since Commodores and below aren't allowed to approach. A siege involving an emperor? It'll be a miracle if there's no casualties. The scale is bigger than the Ohara incident. Please be safe, Dr. Vegapunk. Assuming there's still a trace of Kuma in there, where would his... Oh, no, that's Dragon talking. Assuming there's still a trace of Kuma in there, where would his instincts take him, Eva? If it was me, I would storm Merijoa for some payback. But as we know, Kuma is different. He has priorities that are different. So, analyzing this page, we of course have Saturn in his fucking, I don't know, hybrid demon form. Like, what do we even still call this, Is this a devil fruit power, or is it something else? Nobody can move. Now, I think I remember there being something about his Ushi Oni, like possibly like mythical Ushi Oni fruit, and has something to do with paralyzing people's movement. if I'm not mistaken, that was a while ago. That was pre-flashback. Then we have Kizaru rethinking some stuff on the ground. Everybody, all the Navy that's not up there with Saturn, don't know what's going on. And then there's already news in the newspaper going around, because that's not on Egghead. That's newspapers of people reacting to stuff happening on Egghead with Vegapunk specifically. And then we have some kind of like pirate crew that clearly knows Vegapunk and is like worried about him. And then Dragon now. Look, Dragon's name has been in the dirt for a few weeks now. Also because of the flashback and him failing to save Guinea. But if this man really doesn't show up now, I think people are right. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, not only Vegapunk, but your son is there, Kuma's daughter. Like, make your move, Dragon. Bonney. If I'm gonna get killed here anyway, then distorted future. Nika-ish. Nika. Future. Dong. Oh, and it bounces off him. Dong. Nika. Which is still crazy that she can just say Nika-ish future and, like, imitate Luffy's rubber power. Like, that's wild. Nika. And I am curious if she has the necklace. I don't think I see it on her, like, hanging, but it might be, like, under her shirt. What the? I suddenly feel weak again. Why? Ah! So, you too know that name. You really are his daughter. That being said, you don't fully understand its meaning. It seems she hasn't drawn the connection between Nika and Straw Hat's new white form. How pathetic. Oh, and they're feeding him. Someone's got him food. Where did that food come from? Who's responsible for this? Put him in sea stone cuffs immediately. Huh? Luffy's just chowing down. Get him. Kizaru's thinking. Huh? What's with this geezer? I can't even change his age. Bonney, you owe that power of yours to me. Huh? We conducted experiments to determine whether he is the scientist, after all. We conducted experiments to determine whether extract infusions could grant a baby an ability without feeding them the fruit normally. Now, that was my first instinct, was she was fed fruit as a baby. And then the other theory people had was that she simply manifested the fruit power through her will. But no, Saturn's saying it was a success, but the fruit itself is useless now. Its ability can transform you into a state that matches any future perceived to be possible. But that means the possibilities become limited as your future becomes more certain. As you uncover the truth. What the fuck? Yo. Listen. Devil fruits be crazy. Okay? And the craziest one we know of is Law's fruit. Hands down. Hands down, ever since his first, him first showing up in Sabaody, it's like, what the fuck? Like, Luffy's rubber, kid's magnetic. What the fuck is Law? He's like changing heads with barrels and cannonballs. Like, wild. The ability to transform into a state that matches any future perceived possible, but being limited by your future as it becomes more certain. I'm going to need to see the official translation on this shit, because that's kind of wild. So because her death is imminent, her future possibilities are limited? Is that what we're saying? But also, it seems he has some like dark hole-ish, like Blackbeard type shit where he's, well, I mean, this fucking fuck. The Egghead arc started with Law through sheer will countering Doc Q's power. Can the Gorosei through sheer will counter most Devil Fruit powers? Is that what we're saying? Or is something in his power base able to take Devil Fruit powers away from others? Let's keep reading. Let's first take a drink. Nika is just an impossible myth you wanted to believe in. Oh my god, and here comes Kuma. Nika's real! I've been looking for him to save Dad, ever since you turned him into a cyborg slave. Yet your sudden weakening proves you are starting to doubt whether his existence is possible. Your father just passed on a worthless buccaneer legend. He once told me he wanted to save people just like Nika. And then we see little Kuma from fucking Saturn's perspective, dude. Yo. That's kind of wild. Your mother being brought to the Holy Land to be wife number 8 is ironic, really. She ended up being part of my drug experiments. You motherfucker! You motherfucker! Like the other failures, she developed sapphire scale. I knew the results were poor, but to think the condition passed on to her child as well. To be wife number 8 of who? You? You got a harem, Saturn? You saying Bonney's yours? Don't say that. Don't say that, because that's gonna put you up on the villain scale. Like, too much. And then she was part of your drug experiments? And the symptom was sapphire scale? And it was hereditary? Hereditary? Wah! Kuma is here. Something landed over there. Everything. It was all you? Experiments! How dare you, Saturn! Those sapphire scales tore Kuma's family apart. They're the reason you threw his life away. You used it as a bargaining chip when you were the one responsible. Look at it from my perspective. Do you comprehend the feelings of the insects you step on? Of course not. Repeating the line, I mean the opinion of humans being insects that he had on the ship much earlier. Bonney's like, I am your father. Imagine, dude, wow. He didn't say it outright. At least, I don't is he saying wife number 8? Like, that's his? Wah! Is it Pacifista? No. Look at his palms. He has paws. This is an urgent report from the southwest coast. The ex-warlord of the sea, Bartholomew Kuma, has made landfall. He's heading straight for the center of the island. Our authority chip commands aren't working. We can't stop him. What a fiasco. How could Kuma possibly be here? I can't hold it. I'm so scared. He's here? How? Well, did you put in that fucking self-destruct chip in him? Did you, Vegapunk? He's here? How? Stop him. Fire at will. Yes, sir. I can't force myself to speak anymore. Oh no, we're getting inner thoughts from a conscious Kuma. Oh, stop. Don't tell me this ends here and now, right before the new year, Oda. I don't know what's better, if this ends now, Or if we have to wait 3 weeks for it to actually end. Fuck. Okay. I can't force myself to speak anymore. Or no, that's Bonney, I think. I can't force myself to speak anymore. Daddy, it feels like my heart's shattering. Is this her or is it Kuma? It says Daddy, so I'm assuming it's Bonney, right? But then we got Kuma running. He just needs to make it to Bonney, dude. It's his final mission. Fuck, this is gonna go hard as fuck in the enemy. Open fire! Don't stop till you're out of ammo. At this point, I think I'd be better off dead. This is it. No, and then a repeat of what he was saying as a slave. I think I'd be better off dead. So she feels her death is imminent, and that's why she can't have any possible futures. I'm so sorry, Daddy. Oh, and then she's screaming. She's screaming, crying. This child that's still like, is she even in like adult form still, or is she now just a child like being held by Saturn? Oh, that shrieking is unbearably noisy. You insufferable waif. Ah, blow her head off. No. Now, who had their target on fucking Kuma's face, dude? Because I thought maybe he, like, speed blitzed in between Saturn and Bonney, but no, like, someone saw him in the fucking target. I'm so sorry, Daddy. She gets dropped, or he drops her. He's about to pin her. He's about to pin her. You fought really hard for me to live, but... Pins Kuma, gets in between them, grabs Bonney. Daddy! It's Bartholomew Kuma! He grabs, pulls it probably out of him. Or no, he's grabbing, pulling it. Hockey fist from Kuma. We've never seen hockey from Kuma. An armament fist from the Buccaneer. Coming straight for Saturn's face. A father's fury. And that's the end of the fucking chapter. Are we about to get a Kuma versus Saturn 1v1, dude? Dude, this is gonna go so crazy in the anime. Cause her just like listen, we had Robin, like we've had all kinds of characters crying. But this is gonna be like constant suffering kind of crying, you know? This helpless shrieking that she's like about to die and her dreams are gonna die with her, and like she's failed her father. And of course, Kuma comes in right in time. I love there was Arthur on Twitter mentioned like the chapter called, I forget which chapter it was, The Hero Deploys, which was about Garp going to Pirate Island, I think, also has Kuma setting off. So, because obviously last chapter he was called a hero. This isn't the end. You know, obviously, Egghead, this is probably the climax of Egghead here. And Kuma's inevitable death is close to us. Is closing upon us. A lot of people theorizing that Bonney's gonna be a crew member on the Straw Hats. I don't think so, but she will definitely be within the Grand Fleet. I don't see why she wouldn't be. She's literally a follower of Nika. Obviously, she would probably want to be close to Luffy, but at this point, because we're literally going to war with the Gorosei, I mean, Elbaf is literally the final piece before like everything pops off. She might come with us to Elbaf, to be fair. You know, like she might tag along just like Law's been tagging along for the longest time. But yeah, I mean, Kuma's here, dude. Kuma's here, and he's ready to. He's ready. He's using that buck in your body to take hits. He's putting up fists, and he's ready to fight those who not only enslaved him, but took away his free will, which he is obviously still capable of controlling. This is fucking heartbreaking. I'm just looking at the comments now. Obviously, Kuma, best father in One Piece. Are we assuming that Guinea, that Bonney is Saturn's child? Are we supposed to assume that? Your mother being brought to the Holy Land to be wife number 8 is ironic. So, 1, was it not planned that Guinea was supposed to be captured? Like, specifically Guinea. Or just like Guinea's association with Kuma and her being a slave and all that, just like, that wasn't planned. That was just irony, just fate. But it doesn't say to be my wife number 8. It just says wife number 8. Is that Emu? Emu's wife? Like, whose wife? Who's got 8 wives? That's cool. Who's got 8 wives? Do they all have 8 wives? Does every Gorosei have like 10 wives? Is this like Luffy's like, I need 10 crew members? Or the Gorosei all like, I need 10 wives? You know, that's my adventure. Where's the spin-off of Saturn collecting his wives? His crew of wives, his little harem. That's fucked up. Because if Bonney is Saturn's child through just like fuckery, like Jesus Christ, that is dark as fuck. Oda. I mean, just the fact that she was a wife and then she ended up being part of drug experiments that then hereditarily passed on to the child, which ended up being raised by like, it's just like Jesus. So can't wait for the official translation. Really interested about that. Just to do a little more, I got 2 more minutes. Luffy is regenerating. He's eating. Someone got him food. I mean, there are food machines everywhere, so that's fine. Like, whatever. Kuma's here. Obviously, like, Eva's to Dragon. Like, yeah, it would make sense if he went to marry Joa for payback, but as we know, Kuma's different. He has different priorities. I think. Does Dragon know where Bonney and Luffy are right now? He knows Vegapunk's about to die. Does he know Luffy's at Egghead because of the newspaper? Does he know Bonney's at Egghead? How quickly could he survey that? If he does truly have a wind power, how quickly could he check? So, are we going to have a fully powered up Luffy tag teaming with Kuma against the Gorosei? And then Dragon coming in at the end, like a Shanks at Marineford type situation? Or are we getting Kuma 1v1, Kuma dying, Luffy? Oh, we could have Kuma dying as he's dying. Luffy 1v1's Saturn And then we have that moment of Bonney realizing he's Nika type shit. Oh, there's so much. Dude, Egghead's above Reverie right now for me. And Reverie has been pretty high. I'm really having trouble ranking it right now. It's like top 10 for sure. It's closing in on top 5. But the conclusion has to hit perfectly. So, we do have a 3-week break, assuming. Does not say anything about a break, but I think there's just like natural holiday breaks for Oda. So it might be 2 weeks, I don't know. And so within that time, I should upload some other videos. We will see. Anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic new year. See you all in 2024. Peace. Bye.